Baby Audio's Transit 2 is the follow-up of the first Transit, which was released only slightly a year ago. And this is really soon. Usually I expect yearly updates from DAWs or plugin suites like those from iZotope. This is not a free upgrade for existing Transit version 1 owners. Upgrading will cost you $29. Fortunately, besides having a slight cosmetic upgrade, there are a whole bunch of new effects. Those increased from 18 with version 1 to 28 effects with version 2. And I'm happy that Baby Audio didn't went with 55% more effects, even though that would have been factually correct. And instead of only the macro control and a sequencer of version 1, you now get 6 global control methods. It's good to see that Baby Audio ditched the transition marketing, because this plugin is capable of so much more than just creating a transition. If you don't know Transit, it works like this. This macro or one of the other 5 global controls can control multiple parameters of any of the effects. You enable which parameter exactly by simply clicking on these little circles. Yellow means global control is enabled for this specific control. Inside the dials you can set if the global control will work clockwise or counterclockwise, and you can set the amount. It's pretty simple to use, but the outcome can be really complex. Now I won't go over every effect and function in this video. For that I suggest you watch my video on version 1. It's linked in the description and on screen and is still fully valid. And before we dive in, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that little like button. With this version 2, the first thing I checked was if the sounds were any different. Version 2 has all the presets of version 1, so it's possible to try to phase cancel them. And I found out that is actually a very hard thing to do. Because sometimes there seems to be a sound difference between the modules, and there's a lot of level differences between the modules of version 1 and version 2. And when a modulation starts, will also throw off the comparison. But for instance with this preset I got a perfect phase cancellation. For Transit version 1 I had to turn down the level with 10.1 decibels. And with some modules the levels are different, as I said before, which makes one-on-one comparisons more difficult. But it means that if you liked a preset on version 1, the same preset on version 2 can sound different. The number of presets went from 300 to 800 or something. I didn't go through all of them. With this amount you might think you could just as well press the randomization button and save it when you like what you hear, but the presets are absolutely more curated. The biggest win for me of this version 2 are the expanded global controls. Especially Envelope Follower opens up this plugin for some useful processing. Let me show with a snare drum. The filter can remove these crashes. When I combine it with the Envelope Follower mode, I get a gate when I have the filter set up like this. Changing the lowest frequency will give more of a depleted type of effect. I can add over-the-top compression for extreme compression. But I prefer the normal compression. Now the plugin does have 2 reverbs, but for something like this snare it's way too effecty sounding. I want to stick with the debleeding a bit more. Here's a floor tom recorded with a Sennheiser MD421, and that mic always has a horrible sounding bleed. With floor tom you often want some of the sustain of the drum to continue when you gate for cymbal bleed. The envelope follower and filter make this rather easy to do. You can now, for instance, edit the audio track to get the correct length you want, or use another gate. If you were in doubt about getting the first version of Transit 1, you're good, you cannot get it anymore. It's version 2 now only. The new version has an intro price of $79. The upgrade is $29, but is it worth the upgrade? That you have to decide for yourself. I personally would have made it $15 or something, especially since it has only been a year since version 1 was released. There is a trial, go check it out to see if this plugin fits in your audio toolshed.